What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, as I told you guys, when everybody started to trend with the Canelo Álvarez is going to fight David Benavidez talk, and I told you guys, all signs are pointing to Jermall Charlo. And now Canelo Álvarez pretty much is confirmed to fight Jermall Charlo May 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend. And now you have the manager, Samson Lickwick, just came out and he stated that he has been informed that they will not be a chosen opponent at any point in time in 2024. They don't believe that it's going to happen in 2024. So with that said, we know Canelo Álvarez historically typically fights on 2 dates: Cinco de Mayo weekend and Mexican Independence Day weekend. Okay? Cinco de Mayo weekend this year falls on May 4th. Mexican Independence Day weekend falls on September 14th. The second weekend in September and the first weekend in May. So May 4th, Canelo Álvarez is going to fight. Canelo Álvarez is undefeated. Canelo Álvarez is a 4-division world champion. He's the undisputed super middleweight world champion. He's widely acknowledged as the face of the sport of boxing. Canelo Álvarez has a record of 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. So, with that said, again, there was a lot of speculation over the past few days as to who's going to be next for Canelo Álvarez. And it was being speculated that Canelo Álvarez could face off against 2-time WBC super middleweight undefeated world champion, superstar boxer, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar, David the Mexican Monster Benavidez. Why? Because David Benavidez, who is 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 24 wins by way of knockout, is 27 years of age, 6'2" with a 75-inch arm reach, was mentioned as Canelo Álvarez was doing an interview on Azteca Boxing TV, and he was asked, what about David Benavidez, right? Is David Benavidez a possible opponent for Canelo Álvarez? And Canelo Álvarez said yes. And he also said that they are also in conversation and in talks to face off against undefeated 2-division world champion, superstar boxer Jermall Hitman Lions Only Charlo, who is 33 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 74-inch arm reach. So it said that Jermall Charlo, who is the identical twin brother to Jermell Charlo, who Canelo Álvarez fought September 30th instead of fighting Mexican Independence Day weekend, because he was initially supposed to fight Jermall Charlo, but that fight got pushed back, right? Because Jermall Charlo stated that he wasn't in the right mental state, he wasn't in the right physical state, and he didn't want to just take the fight just for the money. And his identical twin brother, Jermell Charlo, who is a 154-pounder, they all three was at 154, but he's a career 154-pounder and was the undisputed 154-pounder. He raised his hand. They gave him the opportunity. He jumped up 2 weight classes for Canelo Álvarez, and he lost. So that's the storyline that they're going to use, a revenge tour, right? And again, this is not said enough. Jermall Charlo should be praised for not just taking the fight, because most people in that position would have just said, I don't care if I'm ready or not. For this amount of money and the money that they're offering, I'm taking the fight. He didn't do that. He didn't just take the fight just because it's Canelo Álvarez and just because it's a lot of money. No, that's not what he did. He decided that his health and his physical state wasn't in the right place to fight and beat Canelo Álvarez, and he pulled out. You gotta applaud Jermall Charlo for that, because he very well could have lost the opportunity all the way around, right? So with that said, Canelo Álvarez, again, he did that interview, and then Jermall Charlo went on live on his Instagram Live, and he stated on his Instagram Live that he wasn't in contact with Premier Boxing Champion founding advisor Al Heyman since his last fight which was November 25th. Okay, as the co-main event in his return fight after 2.5-year layoff against Jose Benavidez Jr. So he said since his last fight, he hadn't talked to Al Heyman. But I told you guys, if you listen to what he said, he then contradicted that just 1 minute later, because then he came back and he said, it's not confirmed until it's confirmed. And then he stated, but I told them I would do whatever it takes and whatever they need me to do to make this fight happen. You told who? Because if you hadn't had any contact with Al Heyman or anybody regarding a fight with Canelo Álvarez, then who did you tell that you were willing to go above and beyond to make the fight happen? You didn't have no conversation with nobody. You hadn't talked to anybody. Right? Okay. And Canelo Álvarez, he said he didn't want to mention who it was going to be because he didn't want to complicate the negotiations. So, but now Samson Lickowicz is coming out and he said that they pretty much been informed that they're not going to get the Canelo Álvarez fight. And he's saying he's questioning Canelo Álvarez's legacy. He's questioning the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman, and board of 32 members because they gave him his word they was going to push for this fight. And, you know, they're allowing Canelo Álvarez strategically maneuver around David Benavidez, which they definitely are. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Are they strategically maneuvering around him? 1,000%, right? 1,000%. This is unfortunate because I can see him fighting Jamal Charlo, right? But Canelo Álvarez also ruled out Terence Crawford. So if you ruled out Terence Crawford and you're not fighting David Benavidez, it looks like they're going to go the route then of Jamal Charlo and then Jaime Munguia. Hence the reason why I told you guys, Canelo Álvarez is focused on Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia. And if that's the case, if you're Terence Crawford, if you're David Benavidez, it's the race to Jaime Munguia. Because if he does fight Jaime Munguia, he won't fight him until September. Jaime Munguia does not want to stay inactive all the way to September. So he's going to look to make another fight. And it's not a foregone conclusion that he's going to get the Canelo Álvarez fight in September as well. So therefore, if you are Terence Crawford, undefeated 3-division champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, and the reigning unified welterweight world champion who is widely acknowledged the pound for pound best fighter in the world, with a record of 40 wins, no loss and no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout. If you Terence Crawford at 36 years of age, will be 37 in September, you don't have time. If you Terence Crawford, you a marquee name, you a marquee fighter, you don't have a network or a promotion that you're obligated to fight on. And if you're Terence Crawford, you go offer your services to Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions, and DAZN to fight Jaime Munguia at 168. Process via elimination. You fight and beat Jaime Munguia, that puts you in the front running immediately to fight Canelo Álvarez and or David Benavidez. Right? Not Terence Crawford fighting David Benavidez. But it forces Canelo Álvarez to have to then choose David Benavidez or Terence Crawford. And if you Terence Crawford, it's more likely that you'll be the chosen opponent because of your status, because you came up from a smaller weight class, and because you just beat another Mexican superstar, Jaime Munguia. That will justify Canelo Álvarez picking you. Right now, Canelo Álvarez is saying, well, you know what? Terence Crawford is a welterweight. I don't get no credit. I just beat Jamal Charlo. They didn't give me no credit for beating him, and he's a weight class above Terence Crawford. So imagine me fighting Terence Crawford. But if you are Terence Crawford, now Jamal Charlo never fought below or above 154. And the predominantly in his career. He did fight at welterweight at one point in time. But he fought at 154 the majority of his career. Right? So if you're Terence Crawford, you jump up, you fight Jaime Munguia, who is undefeated, a former world champion at 154. He's undefeated, 43 wins, no loss, no draw, 34 wins by way of knockout, 27 years of age. He's a big guy, 6 foot tall with a 72.5-inch arm reach. You fight and beat Jaime Munguia. That justifies Canelo Álvarez fighting you. And now you had a fight at 168 already. and you beat one of the best 168 pounders and one of the more notable fighters in Jaime Munguia. And especially if you beat him in dramatic fashion, like knocking him out, that speaks absolute volumes, period. So if I'm Terrence Crawford, it's the race to Jaime Munguia. And if you're David Benavidez, it's also the race to Jaime Munguia. Point blank and period. So let's see how this unfolds. But according to Samson Likowitz, they're not in the running. They had light conversation, and he stated that they was informed that they will not be chosen and that Canelo's going in a different direction, and they're questioning Canelo Álvarez's legacy and the WBC. So let's see how this unfolds. But I told you guys, based off what Jamal Charlo said, I feel like Jamal Charlo is going to be the chosen opponent for May 4th. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.